Welcome to week 3, day 6 of the Living Well Peak Mind Challenge. My name's Abraham DeJene. I'm truly grateful to have you here today to join me in this practice. Today's practice is referred to as river of thought, and sometimes it can also be called open awareness. In the past few practices, whether it was finding the flashlight or the body scan meditation, we specifically chose either a region of the body, sensations within the body, the breath, the sound as the object of attention, and we allowed ourselves to narrow that field of awareness to gently land on that specific object. In this practice today, in this open awareness, we're allowing the awareness and the spotlight and the flashlight to really open up and expand, allowing for anything that comes into your field of awareness to be part of the practice. And that could be sound, thoughts, memories, physical sensation. So anything that rises into your field of awareness is part of the practice today. And often when we engage with river of thoughts or open awareness, sometimes there's a tendency to maybe feel overwhelmed or feel like your attention is just splintered in too many different directions. If at any point in time you notice that this open awareness is actually making it that much more challenging to stay in the present moment, you always have the permission to transition into an object of attention, so a narrower field. So referring back to the flashlight practice, you choose an object, whether it's the breath, the body, or sound, and allow your attention and awareness to gently land there. And you can remain there for the duration of the practice. Or if you feel like you have enough resources, you can always come back to open awareness and explore what that practice is like for you. And noticing the attachment or the aversion you might have to different things that are coming up for you, just be aware of it. And then return back to the open awareness to see what else wants to be revealed in this practice. And now we'll begin this practice. You could choose to stand up or stay seated. Even lying down is an option if that's what's called for. So whatever posture you've chosen, giving yourself an opportunity to arrive into it. You could close the eyes or lower the gaze, observing how the body is showing up for you today, noticing the different sensations. And if you notice any unnecessary pressure, tension, or effort, seeing if it's possible to bring a sense of ease to that body. Making space to accept it just as it is. So noticing any thoughts or stories that are coming up for you in reference to your body, just being aware of it, and then returning back to the body. And now shifting your attention to the breath momentarily. You could also explore allowing for the breath to be deeper than its natural cycle. And with each exhale, seeing if it's possible to release your body into the surface underneath you. If there's any last bit of adjustments or movements you need to make within the body, please feel free to do so. And then ultimately, find your stillness. And now begin to expand that awareness, allowing it to be vast. Just noticing anything that's grabbing your attention. So without clinging onto it or the aversion of pushing it away, just observe what's here. You don't have to take it on. And then something else will grab your attention. You'll observe that. So really giving yourself permission to whatever is rising to the surface for you. and noticing if there's any stories or judgment or labeling to your experience. And if possible, setting that aside, then allow yourself to observe the next thing that comes up to the surface. And at any time this open awareness doesn't feel supportive, you're always in choice to pivot to the flashlight to narrow that field of attention to one object and allowing for the attention to gently rest there. And in some ways, it's as if you're standing at the bank of a river and just watching things float by. Maybe there are fishes, a boat, people swimming. So you're not bringing any of those things away from the river onto the land. You're just observing them go by, noticing it, and then the next thing that floats by. And anytime you notice the mind is making up stories or attaching labels to this experience, just observe it, taking a mental note of it, and then returning to that open awareness to directly come in contact with whatever is floating by your field of attention. Allowing yourself to reconnect with this open, spacious awareness. As we come to the end of this practice, the invitation is Begin to narrow that field of attention to one specific object, whether it's the breath, sound, or the sensations in the body. Gently and gradually begin to narrow that open awareness down to one specific object of attention, allowing your flashlight to illuminate that object. And then when you're ready, you could begin with small movements in the body, fingers, toes, wrist, ankle, and adding any additional movements that might be supportive. And if the eyes are closed, to reopen them, reconnecting with the space you're in, looking around visually to help you ground into the space that you're occupying. And once again, thank you so much for joining us today for this practice. And before you go, if you are enjoying this challenge and want to keep up with our channel, please hit the subscribe button located at the bottom, and then hit the bell notification if you want to be notified whenever a new video is added and uploaded to the channel. And if you want more mindfulness, we have additional links to mindfulness resources at the bottom of this video. Please make sure to check those out as well. And thank you again for joining us. We'll see you next time.